And you were, okay, the question was?
If you're working with a student who's not ready to receive the information you're trying to pass on, how do you help them to get into a place of receiving that information?
It's important, okay, what you just asked, if they're not ready to receive the information, okay? And if they're not ready to receive the information, then the question is, do you want to learn? Simple. Do you want to learn this? Because again, there is nothing that I or you can teach a student if they don't want to really learn. Well, I'm here because my mother forced me, my father forced me to come here, but I don't really want to be here. Then really, you cannot force somebody to learn something that they really don't want to learn. So when you ask them, do you really want to learn this? If they say yes, they say, do you really want to be here? If they say yes, so what's happening, you're getting them to say yes, yes, yes. That means, but if when you change their thinking process of saying, okay, now they're ready to receive. Why? Because yes became a trigger point to them. And when you can get them to say yes, 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 you change the thinking process to where now they want to hear what you have to say. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What else?
What's the best way to find out if a student learns kinesthetically, auditory, or visually?
The best way to find out and how they are receiving information is you ask this question. The question is, when is the last time you've been inspired? Did you hear something? Did you see something? Or did you do something? And they'll say, well, yeah, yesterday I heard something on the radio and I couldn't wait to get up in the morning to do it because it made so much a connection. That's how you tell. Because you can tell that they heard something that got them so excited. Or they saw something on TV and they got so excited they couldn't wait to do it. Or they did something, they couldn't wait to repeat it again. That's how you tell if they're kinesthetically, if they're auto, or if they're visual. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The three kinds of
Louder, please.
the three kinds of coaches as teacher, trainer, and coach. I wanted to know if you were teaching a student of some sort and he does not want to, like you said, he doesn't want to do it because his parents like forced him to do it. How do you get him into the mood where he will want to continue?
So the question was, you're asking me if the person really don't want to do it, but they're there, and to get them to inspire them to actually do it? Is that the question?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, when somebody really doesn't want to do it, then you have to make sense to them why they should. Because again, if I gave you, see through the windows of your eyes, and you say, this is why don't you want, the question is why don't you want to do it? And through the windows of their eyes they're saying, well, because you know what, I don't feel like I feel like I'm gonna get hurt if I do it like this and this, because the windows of their eyes, they're fearing it, why they don't want to do it. So you got to know why. So the question is, why don't you want to do it? And once they tell you why they don't want to do it, then you can see how they're looking. Now, once you know how they're looking at it, then give them two other windows of the same thing that they're looking at. And they say, well, I never heard it like that, or I never seen it like that. You just gave them two more other windows, other than the windows of their eyes, the way they see it, you gave them two other windows of looking at it. Now they're saying, oh, that makes sense. Oh, okay. Now they're saying, oh, I got other ways to look at it. Because they're only looking at it one way. You just gave them two other ways to look at it. Make sense? If it does, does. If it doesn't, say it doesn't. Because I need you to be crystal clear of what I'm telling you. Because there's a lot of people that sometimes they don't want to do things because they need to be motivated, they need to be inspired. But the only way you can inspire somebody is you have to change the visions of how they're looking at it. Because again, first of all, if I am upset in my head, I am upset. So everything I look at, I just saw something happen there, and I'm gonna tell it with a mean story. I just saw that idiot, he was doing this and this and this. Why? Because I'm mad. So I saw with my eyes mad, so I'm telling the story what I saw mad. So you have to change the way they're looking at things. Because if they're afraid, well, if I'm afraid in my head and I just saw the same accident or whatever I saw, I'm going to say it with fear because that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm thinking. So you have to change the process of how they're thinking and feeling at the time, and you will get the result you're looking for. Make sense?
I think that's called a state. You got to break their state. So if you see a kid that's not, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, you can ask them, what would you like to do? What do you think that's fun? Let's do something fun together. It doesn't matter what it is. You can do what you thought we were going to teach them in a fun way to get them involved. I think that's what Sensei said. You break their state. That's right. By whatever they're thinking, you break that. You reframe their situation. When we talked about pre-frame and reframe, this is you reframe and change the situation.
That's what that means.
Yeah. Sensei, I have a question for you. How important is it to have character more than knowledge in order for you to become a good instructor? Which one is more important, character or knowledge or competency? Or, of course, the ultimate goal is both, right? You have to have both, but which one?
Okay, I'm going to give you an example. You see a character, as a car salesman. Oh, he's a character. He's charmful. He's funny. He's this. He's a character, and he comes in and he makes everybody laugh, this and that. Okay, but that's great. But if he doesn't have the knowledge, but I'm a character and I can make you laugh and I can make you feel good and I can make you do things, because I got that kind of character. But if I don't have the knowledge to pass on to you, that you would understand myself. I consider that I can be a very good character. I can make you laugh, I can make you cry, I can spook you out, I can put fear in you, I can do all the above. But I believe knowledge is the power that gives you, that gives you the strength to be a good teacher. You need the knowledge of experience. Character, again, not everybody thinks that I'm funny. Even when I tell a joke, they don't, they're afraid to laugh because they're, my character, they say, well, I have a very strong character. I have a very aggressive energy. And my energy is very big and is very aggressive and is very front. But deep inside, I'm really very playful. But most people don't see that of me. They don't see the playfulness of me. They just see the aggressiveness of experience. So as far as I'm concerned, I think character is important, but I think knowledge is more important. To understand the knowledge, to own the knowledge means to have experience behind it. Because I can read all this knowledge and memorize it, but it means nothing unless I have experience behind it. If I have no experience behind this knowledge, all I did is memorize. In other words, oh, I look good on this mirror, kicking side kicks up against the mirror. But if you put me in the ring, I say, oh my God, I'll fall apart. Why? Because as long as nobody's in front of me, I'm looking good. But the moment you put a threat in front of me, I fall apart. I think the knowledge with experience will make you a great teacher. More than being a character, of making me laugh. Laughter is good because laughter is healthy. It's good medicine. But I prefer the knowledge of understanding more than making me laugh.